Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Steam Prison, and we are in the kind of epilogue to the ending of Yune's round. So we kind of saw the end, and we saw the little end credity kind of thing. And this is like the epilogue, so this is the real ending. It might be a very, very short part, because I'm not sure how long this was. And I don't know. Will I start doing some of the bad endings now? Depending on how short this is, maybe, just because I don't want to leave you with like a 10-minute part. But if it's like 20 to 30 minutes, fine. If it's really short, then we'll start and get a bad ending, and I'll still show you like a CG at the end like we do, because they at least get 2. And the way we've done it for all the other routes is we do our good ending, you get your CG moment, and then we do at least 2 parts of bad ending. So the first part we stop like normal. The last part is usually, that's the completion of the entire route, and then we see the CG. So as long as we get 2 CG pauses at the end, I feel like that's even enough for Yune, for everybody else, So I like to keep it even. Okay. So even if we do some of the bad endings, we'll still do a CG moment, and then the next part we will may be able to wrap up our endings or whatnot. So we'll still at least get 2 of those. You know what I'm saying? So even if his route is slightly different, just because, again, timing wise, I don't remember how long this was, and things are a little bit off because I've already kind of recorded this and I'm doing it again. So anyway, let's just jump right in. This way, quick. Yeah, I know. Don't rush me. Oh, I think it's the other way around. Look, it's us and Ulrich, okay? Surprise. I don't remember who's saying. Yeah, be quiet. You want us to be discovered? You're the one who... No, we can argue later. Later? I don't know if I'll want that. Hey, wake up. I think I reversed that. I think it was supposed to be me and then Ulrich. I think I read the voices wrong. It doesn't matter. It's me and Ulrich arguing. You're hooked up to all these things like a machine. Are you alive? Come on, talk. Spacey? Ulrich? How did you... Ulrich, you're speaking to St. Yune. Mind your words. What? No, I don't care. I don't care about religion. I don't care about Zakie. Ulrich! Goodness. Shut up, you two. I was sleeping. Well, looking good there. Not really, though. You're pale as all hell. We've come to save you, St. Yune. Let's go. Go. Go what? Ow. Ulrich was using a knife to cut the plugs out of Yune's skin. Sorry, not St. Yune at this point. The one time we don't say it that way. Ulrich, be more careful. Shut up. He can take a bit of pain. I'm not going to carry him out together with all the junk he's hooked up to. Each time he disconnected a tube, it discharged a considerable amount of colorless liquid onto the floor. It smells sweet. What's this liquid? Actually, I don't want to know. Ulrich ripped out the last tube and looked at me. I'll secure the route. You carry him, all right? Yes, that's all right. I'm just saying, we're pretty fucking... I know he's small and petite and delicate, but it's kind of funny that we're going to carry him. St. Yune, cling to my back. But if I touch you... It's not the time for that. If you die, that's the end of it. You're so determined. I always saw that in you. I'm a bit embarrassed that a girl has to carry me, though. It doesn't feel right. Whoa, so you can feel embarrassed, too. St. Yune, you're very light. Or rather, you've lost a lot of weight connected to the machine. Your appetite... What are you doing? I'm assuming it's Glissade. Oh, it's Glissade and Finn. Finn. Oh, Finn, don't glare at them like that. They'll be too afraid to talk. Good evening, little spy. And to you. Glissade. Well, well, I'm a lucky man to find you here as well. Lucky how? I need you for my research. I'm very happy to see you've come. I don't remember the voice I gave. The voice he had in the original was better, but I don't know what happened, and I don't know what it is, and I don't want to go back and figure it out, so. By the way, what were you doing to my sanctum? I don't recall summoning you. Doing in my sanctum, sorry. Who knows? That man is an important research subject. I'd rather you not take him away. Research subject? Weren't you guys, venerating him or something? In the past, yes, but he has no place in the Heights anymore and we don't need him. I found a different way he can be useful. Extremely useful, I might add. Come on now, give it back and I'll let you go. He's not a thing, you know. That means a lot coming from Ulrich, you gotta be honest. Research subjects or objects. He's an artifact of the past, born not of humanity's twisted self. You can't handle this abomination. I can make use of it. Give it back. I don't really have the personality for that. The more people tell me to give something back, the less I want to do it. Fine. Finn, if you would. Recover my research subject. Kill the target if you need to. Leave the girl alive. I need her for my research as well. Shit. Finn, stop it. We used to be partners. You used to be. Now he's in the hounds. Your relationship is long ended. You shall have her once my research is finished. Restrain her, Finn. Why? Okay, look. I know I say fuck Finn. Because, still, fuck Finn. But. Finn, you get, a half a point back for this, okay? I still don't like you. And I still don't understand everybody's, fascination and adoration of you. But. Okay, half a point, maybe a full point for this. Because, I do appreciate you not being a douchehole here. But all the other times you were kind of a douchehole. This does not make up for that, but thanks. Thank you for being a friend right now. And with the Golden Girls route with that, yeah. For me, Spacey and St. Yunai aren't the distant past. They're part of the home I'll return to. I won't allow them to be treated like objects. You have no right to treat them as you like. You'll die now, Glissade. I do appreciate Finn. Like I said, I appreciate him for this, but still doesn't make me like him. Finn looked up, and for a moment our eyes met in the mirror. Blood was spattered on his cheek. He tried to wipe it off with the back of his hand. Thank you, Finn. Go. But go. Quickly. He's right. We need to run away now. Got it, but you should come with us, Finn. You don't have to stay here. Finn. No, I can't go with you. I still have something I need to do. Really? Yes, I'll catch up with you. Go now. He will not catch up with us. He said he would catch up with you, but you know he's not going to. Come the fuck on. The game is trying to make you be like, no, Finn! And someone else's route, and it's like, look, game, I appreciate you trying, but it's never going to be, no, unless it's El Creed. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just, who are you talking to? Anyway. Make sure you find us. I will. Find us, okay? I will. I won't break the promise we made. Liar. Finn narrowed his eyes and gently touched my hair. Spacey, thank you for remembering me. Don't be ridiculous. The way you're saying that, it sounds like we'll never see each other again. Hello? Come on. I'm sorry. I'll be waiting for you. We'll be in Elcreed's residence in the depths. Find us. I will. I promise. But he lied. Finn listened to their receding footsteps as he looked at Glissade's corpse. Then he spun around. He was back in the now, and his emotions were frozen solid. They really don't last long. He'd been alive a few minutes earlier. Now he was a lifeless sack. Boy, did you kill the rats? I don't know. Sasha entered the room. Finn looked at him calmly. Sasha walked through the room, suspicious at finding only Finn there. What did you do? Did you kill the doctor? You told me to kill whoever was in the way. Are you stupid? I didn't tell you to kill everyone. Thought I trained you well, but you aren't listening to my orders, are you? Stupid dog. Dog? I'm not your dog! Finn raised his sword at Sashin. Sashin drew his sword and blocked the attack with the crossguard. His arms groaned under the impact. You worm! How dare you speak to your master that way? You need to be trained again. Lay down your sword. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Huh. All you can do is bark and flash your teeth. You're just a dog. Be a good dog and cower. It's gonna make him angrier, Sashin. Sashin pushed the sword away and tackled Finn in the side. Afterwards, he elbowed Finn in the back and he fell to the floor. Finn's features were contorted by pain. He twisted, trying to get up. But while he was still on the ground, Sashin put his foot on his stomach. His body screamed under Sashin's weight. Sashin laughed as Finn could barely breathe. You look like a rabid dog drooling at the mouth. But don't worry, I'm a good master. I won't kill you. I'll destroy your mind and your memories and give you a new life. We know why Sashin is the way he is. And I know look, I get it, I'm all sorts of fucked up. Everyone, Sashin, the stupid asshole, I still want to just fix him. I know that it's physically impossible, and I would never, if I met someone like this in real life, be like, I want to fix... Hell no, there's no fixing some people, and you can't fix anyone. People have to fix themselves. The only person you can fix is you, okay? But when you're playing in a Tomei game, all logic goes out the motherfucking window, okay? Except for the lolly boys. Still can't get over that. But I know, everyone hates Elcreed, and I'm sure everyone hates Sashin, and I'm like, I love them both. And everyone loves Finn, and I fuck Finn. And like, I don't know what it is. I know if Sashin had a route, I would hate it. I'd be like, no, I hate this. Why? But part of me wants to abuse myself that way. I don't know what it is. Like, look, I don't know. I think I've just played these games too much that like now I'm all warped and twisted and like, I don't know. Anyway. You'll learn that a hound is nothing but a hound. No! No! Oh my god, I'm sorry. Finn reached out and yanked on Sashin's cape as hard as he could. The pressure on his stomach lightened, so he propped himself up on his left elbow and grabbed Sashin's foot. What? Finn was sitting atop Sashin now, looking down with eyes of ice. The tables have turned, Sashin. How does it feel to look up at me? Clear liquid was still flowing out of the tubes scattered everywhere. It gave Sashin's black cloak an even darker color. And not only his cloak, Finn's uniform was beginning to soak it up as well. Finn grimaced at the unusual smell. Oh, I have an idea. Finn's right hand closed mercilessly around Sashin's throat. He struggled and fought back. Finn used the chance to check through his pockets for something. There they are. He pulled out a pack of cigarettes and an oil lighter. He'd seen them a lot during his time in a prison cell. Finn let go of his throat, stood up, and put his foot on Sashin's stomach. Then he pulled out a cigarette and put it in his mouth. His memories of the darkness came back when he lit the cigarette. With empty eyes, he watched the flame. It felt like everything inside of him was ash, but there was more to it. Like this? Finn looked at the ceiling and inhaled the smoke. It was a symbol of someone in power. He'd seen it so often, but for him it meant nothing. Haha, yes, I guess that's what my life has turned into as well. He killed so many on Sashin's or Glissad's orders. Seeing the lives of others fade away didn't move him anymore. He didn't want to admit it, but he was a hound now. Now, let's begin with your execution. You'll like it. He dropped the cigarette's ashes into Sashin's face and grinned. You'll pay for it if you do this. If I kill you, how are you going to do? Come back and... Oh, Sashin, still talking tough. That's all right. I'm used to that. He transferred the cigarette to his other hand and reached out. I will kill you, and if you don't die, I'll chase you until you do. You, and only you. I will kill myself. You've killed a lot of other people, so that's kind of a lie right there. It's time for the culling, Sashin. The cigarette dropped from his hands and fell into the liquid running over the floor. You had to know where this was going, right? It caught fire the moment it touched it. The flames immediately spread to the machines around them, causing explosions to ripple across the room. Ah! Okay, can't. Sasha was still struggling to get up, even as the flames consumed him. I mean, that's... This is like one of my nightmares right here. That looks painful. Finn shook his head and held Sasha down. I wanted to keep my promise. I'm sorry, Spacey. I wish you the best. Again, we're supposed to be like, no, Finn! And it's like... Pats him on shoulder. That's okay. Thanks for that. I feel nothing. I mean, like, I feel a slight appreciation. Like, I appreciate Finn in this moment for killing Glissade and letting us get out. And I know I'm supposed to be like, no, Finn died in the... I'm a little more upset that Finn killed Sasha. Is that fucked up or what? Like, why did you kill him? I mean, I know he kind of had to die, and there was row where we killed him and everything like that, but it's like... So I'm not like, no, why? But I'm still like, I'd have rather seen Sasha and live and Finn die. I mean, they both died. So that's a... But I feel nothing about Finn dying. I know I'm supposed to feel something. I know that's what they want me to feel. But you made Finn so fucking unlikable to me that I don't get the Finn love. I really don't. I mean, in the very beginning, when we first played the game, it's like, oh, Finn's okay. Like, he's nice and sweet and he's a doormat. Fine. If that's your type of character and that's who you like, great. But then he turned like psycho and it's like, yep, nope, you killed Elk Creed and I'm still not fucking going to forgive you for that. So thanks for saving us and all. But okay, it doesn't change, like, fuck Finn. It doesn't. And it should, but it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe there's something seriously wrong with me, but I don't know. But overall, though, you're like, the way it ended before the credit part, there's a little, before this kind of epilogue, it was like, this isn't a good ending. What the fuck? And then this is still not really a good ending. Like, it's a little too angsty for my liking for quote unquote being good. I know we're not totally done with it, but it's just overall, you're like, I mean, it fits with the story. It's not a fluffy, light, happy story. There's a lot of drama and shit, so, I mean, but still. It's kind of fucked up. The flames illuminated his face. The light caught his look of sadness and the tears in his eyes. He looked just as he had when he was still human. I mean, like, yes, you feel bad for Finn. Like, I do feel bad because it's not your fault and you're a psycho, but not like, oh no, Finn, oh. Like, I'm sure some people's heart breaks for Finn and I just want to, no, I don't know. I don't get it. It's starting. There had been predictions for several years about the great flood that was going to swallow the land. The tremors in the ground were the warning sign. I staggered, looking around for him. There he is! Arson Climb! Arson Climb, it's time. The flood will be here soon. We need to go up now. Arson Climb, quick! No, I'll stay here. What? What are you talking about? You're meant to go up with us. You're a scientist. You have to come with us. The people need you. I'm sorry, Yune. I'll stay here. I can't leave my family. It's kind of fucked up, though, okay, that scientists are allowed to get on the fucking Ark and go to the cult in the sky, right? But, oh, Arson Climb, you have a wife and kid. Well, okay, no, but they can die. What? No, you think your family would get to go too. Who? And it's not like when he's saying family, like my aunts, uncles, cousins, I don't want to. He's talking about like his wife and possibly children, right? He might have, or just his wife at least. They were gonna. No. Like, you want your scientists, your top dogs to get on the fucking Ark? You let their families go with them, otherwise they're gonna be like, fuck you. Unless they're real douchebags, they might leave their family. But chances are, you have a better chance of them coming if you're like, yes, no, you and your family. Okay. How many people? Okay, look, your great aunt's, uncle's, cousin's, brother's, gardener's dog. Fuck that shit. But like, your parents are still alive. So your parents and your immediate family, like siblings, brothers, sisters, and then like, okay, maybe. But at the minimum, so you have a wife and a kid? Yeah, sure, let them, 2 people. Okay. We're not talking about your whole fucking family tree. And at this point, he literally only has his wife, maybe kids. I don't know. But, because we already know their parents are dead. Right? I mean, okay, it's not Yune's real parents, but the father's already dead, so it's literally like one person, and they were like, no. Jesus fucking Christ! The Heights is a stupid fucking place. Like, have we not seen this? It just gets dumber as it goes. And I don't mean the game in itself. I just mean the Heights. The Heights just gets dumber. Like, well, we want our top scientists, but we're not going to let them take their wives. That's stupid. Well, that's why half of them didn't show up. Okay? Or I guess they were like, well, fuck him. We got all of his fucking shit. But you could have done better with him. And then, we can't trust people to be horn dogs and fuck each other. We better assign them spouses so that they have children and then assign when they're going to have kids. What? For real? Really? I don't know. Look, you probably should have put intelligent people in charge of the Ark. Or the lift to the... Is all I'm saying. Because you are not smart. You did not do this right. I don't know. Like, But anyway, the Heights is stupid. It's a creepy, weird cult, and they're not smart. So anyway. Arson climb. And not many were picked to go up. I was told I could bring my family, but my wife and child don't want to leave their relatives behind. I can't go. Okay, that makes more sense. I forgot about that. That's just ridiculous. It's almost too late now. My wife and child... Well, your kid is going to do whatever the fuck you tell him, because he's probably not old enough. Your wife, I can understand. So that'd be like, I'm going to go with my husband, and I can't take my parents and my... Yeah, I mean, that'd be kind of hard. But... Alright, I understand her position now. And then I'll stay as well. No, Yune. You're part of my family. You can go up. Please. No. I can't run away alone. No! I don't have your skill in mechanical engineering, Arson Climb. I only research minerals. What use am I to them alone? Yune, please. Go and live. No. I'm sure there's a way to survive down here as well. And no matter how harsh it's going to be, we shouldn't give up. We didn't let failures drag us down until now, did we? No, but, Yune, you only have one life. There are no second chances. But he technically got a second chance by putting the cage in with the magic talking stone. So, I mean, I'm just, okay. I don't know how it would affect you since you don't age, but you'd certainly survive up there. I don't want to drag you down with me. Our technology is meant to give the people a better life for the future. You need to survive, Yune. Survive and make their lives better. How? I did all my research for myself. Minerals are what I liked. It's never going to be useful. Don't be absurd. Don't drag science and all we've worked for through the mud. And nothing's wasted in this world. Everything has meaning. You have to survive. You're not allowed to die before me. Alright. I'm not going to give... Oh, wait. No, wait. That was Yune saying that. Oh, whoops. You have to survive. You're not allowed to die before me. Okay, never mind. I read that in the wrong voice, so sorry. Alright. I'm not going to give up. We'll always be family, even far apart. Live with pride, Yune. Okay, this is the most touching moment. That is literally like... Aww. That's so sad. More than our romance, it's his little story like, you left your, like, kind of brother. It's not really your brother, but he's, like, your brother. That's sad. That, like, is, like, gets me more than the quote-unquote romance with Yune. Like, that feels so forced and fake, but the brotherly love is, like, weird. Good. I made it in time. I was inside the lift. I was the last one, apparently. There was nobody else. I heard the door close and leaned back. Arson Climb. I hadn't wanted to give up. I wanted to either drag him along with me or remain as well. He was my only family, and the only one who didn't fear me as an abomination. I can hear water. It's starting. And now the town will vanish underwater. We, the scientists, had predicted this for a while, but seeing it in person, you're not really seeing it. You're in a cage and you can't see out. You know how much more terrifying it would be if the elevator had, like, the lift had windows and you could, like, see as you were going up and you see the water come? That'd be horrifying. I want that ride at Disney. Let's all say, There's someone there! Someone was banging on the door. I could hear a man. I stood up and opened my mouth. I heard a different voice now. Save us, please, someone! Save them, huh? I looked around. I couldn't see a way to open the door. I hadn't been involved in the development of the lift. I didn't know what the emergency mechanisms were to open it. It's coming! The waves are coming! Wait, I'm looking for it. The ground shook and the lift began to move. Oh no, don't go up! Stop! I have to save them! I can hear someone inside! Save us! Please let us in! I know! I'm trying! I don't know what I have to do! Their screams grew fainter and fainter below me. I could estimate how far it was above the ground based on that. I'm sorry. I couldn't save you. I wanted to, but I'm sorry. I'm so powerless. There's nothing I can do. Him thinking I'm like, as you're going up, and again, it'd be more traumatizing if there was windows on the thing and you were like, watching them drown. But even just not seeing them, hearing them, and they're getting quieter and quieter, and you know they're drowning somewhere. You're like, that, just the weight of that on his shoulders is more of an impact than the romance in this part. Which, I mean, I feel like that should be very impactful, like everything that he's been through, but a single door had been between me and them, and it was enough to doom them. Hey, Arson Climb, am I really necessary? I hope there's some way for me to make myself useful. Yeah, you're going to be their saint, and then you're going to regret that. Just saying. I arrived in the Heights. Nobody was waiting for me. I was just a mineralogist. I couldn't offer specialized technology. I'd been allowed to go because I was related to Arson Climb, the famous engineer, but individually I was useless to the Heights. But the funny thing is they don't know that he's immortal now, like, at the time. And with Arson Climb gone, I was no more than dead weight. An abomination that survived even hunger and drought. Nobody approached me, and nobody wanted to be close to something as strange as me. And so my days passed. Once the political system had settled down, it set about constructing a set of symbols to inspire loyalty in the people. I knew nothing about politics or governance, but I was ageless and immortal. I was chosen as the state's icon. I mean, he's literally like fucking Grimace, okay? He's literally just like, he's Ronald McDonald, but Grimace is less traumatizing than Ronald McDonald. Like, Ronald McDonald's a motherfucking clown, and clowns are scary and creepy and gross and wrong, but he's like, you're just the mascot. Just stand there and flail your arms like you're our wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man, okay? That's it. 10 years after I came to the Heights, I finally had a place in society as a symbolic puppet. I accepted it. You get to live a lavish life that you hate, but where is this? Darkness. Nothing but impenetrable darkness. I turned around, looked down. Everything was black. I couldn't see anything, not even myself. The darkness seemed a part of me. Being immortal must be wonderful. I'm so jealous. I've never felt that way. A saint needs an air of mystery around them. Air of mystery? I'm just an abomination. Let's call it a miracle. And the miracle that keeps you alive can motivate the people. I'm so confused. This isn't why I left the ground. Make their lives better. What do you want me to do now, Arson Climb? I don't know how. I want to keep my promise to you, but I don't understand what I have to do. There's no reason for me to exist. I wish I could just disappear, but I don't know how to die. Death. I wonder what happened to her. Spacey, we didn't spend much time together, but you gave me hope. You gave me the courage to face my past and go forward. We parted without even saying goodbye, didn't we? I wish I could see you again. There's nothing else I want. I want to see you. I can hear something. Voices. Where am I? Oh! St. Eunice slowly opened his eyes. I'd waited for this moment for so long that I forgot what I wanted to say. Oh, St. Eunice! Empty eyes looked back at me. His mind was still catching up, I thought. He spoke unsteadily. Why are you... Where are we? No, I know this place. St. Eunice sat up and looked around with narrowed eyes. When I still lived on the surface, I did research here. It's not yours anymore, though. The fairies are using it to store books now. I maintain it. You know, in the giant blue Rubik's Cube. I see. The fairies. St. Eunice blinked and looked at me. What happened? Why are we here? We took you away from the hounds. As for her... I was sent to the sanctuary district and rescued by Sir Inez. Elcrede took me in afterwards and allowed me to stay at his residence. And I've been happily in bliss because I love him. Oh, wait, what? No, wrong path. I see. Bless Elcrede. He can do everything and I can't do anything. I have no idea why you're being so negative. He's like, it's my fucking job. God damn, taking everything from me. I have no idea why you're doing this. I thought you hated me. You had no duty to save me. I didn't. There was something I had to ask you, and that was hard to do where you were. He's like, everybody guilts me into this. I love how Ulrich acts like an asshole, and like, I don't care about anybody, but he fucking actually cares about everybody. It's funny. He's a little cinnamon bun underneath. He's just got a crusty exterior that, like, once you bust through that, it's like all squishy inside. St. Eunice looked at him questioningly. Ulrich placed a little box on his lap. The fairies have passed this down through generations. We don't know how to open it. Not even you do? No. Sorry, I'm an idiot. There are 10 columns of numbers and letters. I don't have the kind of free time necessary to brute force that. I thought you might know the combination. Do you, Sakie? Heh. Why are you laughing? It's just old memories. You see, I gave this box to Arsene Clem on his birthday. St. Eunice began to turn the little wheels that could unlock the box. Even after centuries, his movements were sure and fast. It opened. What's inside? What's that, a toy? Inside the box was a small clock key. Okay, right, and I forgot that this key is not the same key. But when we had the keyhole thing, I literally, when I first played through, I was like, it's the key! Elcrede has a key! And then we got there and Elcrede's like, I don't know, and it's like, you have a key, though. I mean, it's the key to this machiney thingy here, but, like, still. I forgot that it was a separate key. When we were at that part, I was like, was it a different key? I can't remember, but... small clock key, okay. You told me not to lose it, so I thought it was important. Look at this junk. It's a key. What? Maybe this looks like junk to you, but to me, this is extremely important. This key controls the machine that replaced my heart. So if we use that clock key, your heart... Sakie is the power source. The machine stopped my own heart and kept me alive in its place. If we stop the machine, my old heart will wake up and try to keep me alive alone. But time will come back to me. And when time runs out for my heart, I should die. My heart is weak. I won't be able to live long, but I will live like a human being. Ulrich, you've kept this safe for so long. I'm sorry, but could I have it? Ulrich? Oh man, don't look at me like that! So creepy. So creepy! Fine, you can have it. I wouldn't be able to use that junk anyway. What is it? There's also a letter in here. It's also addressed to you. Here. You're right. This is Arsene Clem's handwriting.
I remember it even 400 years later.
To Yune, if you read this letter, you must have tried to find the key to stop your heart. You always said this was what you wanted, but I worried. Of course, I didn't want you to die, but trying to extend one's life beyond what's natural didn't seem ethical to me. And I still worry even now, after we've parted ways. I'll give this key to my descendants to be passed down. I know they'll keep it safe until the day you seek it. Then you shall have it so your heart may stop. I don't think I'll see you again. Look at my descendants as you looked at me. Be their friend as you were mine. Arsene Climb Fairy. What? So that thing was yours all along? I think so. Finally I have it. Finally time will mean something again. What you doing? You're acting weird. Just being weird? St. Yune pressed the key against his chest. You've got bird feathers all over my couch.
Well, I was going to pet you. You know petties? You know what petties? I want to pet you. Oh, there you go. I can pet you now.
Force you to let me pet you.
Pet the birdie.
Arsene Climb, I'm home. And thank you for leaving me this hope. What a lively little group. It looks like I've come too late. There's always time for you, Elcreed. I love you. Elcreed! Sorry. Elcreed! Okay, I wouldn't say that stupidly, but it was the best I could do at the time. Good morning, St. Yune. I've brought you food. I suspect all of it's bad, however. Why did you bring it here if it's all bad? I brought emergency rations that wouldn't spoil. How could I make him pasta when I didn't know when he'd wake up? How do you feel? Probably not good, I imagine. Does it hurt? If so, how badly? I don't know. Everything hurts. But I feel normal mentally, so it should be fine. St. Yune contemplated something for a moment. Elcreed is... Okay, I'm sorry. That's the part that Ulrich doesn't go. That's creepy. It's being a little weird. How does it hurt? Where does it hurt? How much does it hurt? Does it hurt? Like, Elcreed, are you you just simmer down. No, it's okay. Ruffles his hair. Stands on tiptoes to ruffle his hair. He seems tall. You're so cute. I love Elcreed, okay? You just can't look. Look. Whatever. The rest of you can have stupid fucking Finn, and I'm gonna take Elcreed. He's the real MVP. I won't be able to return to the Heights or the Sanctuary District, and there's nowhere I can go now. And no worries. Rely upon me. I would love to. Upon you, Elcreed? Yes. I have quite a lot of land and money, and I wield power in this district. All the power, one might add. I never met someone as confident as you. Confident. Same. Then again, he's right. Yes, I am. There are none who do not bow before me here. And if there are, I make them bow at gunpoint. Fucking... How do you not love Elcreed? It's fucking weird. But I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do in return. I'm a banker and I want my investments to pay off, but I don't need anything immediately. Someday is enough. St. Yune, is there anything you want to do? Anything I want to do? Yes, let's say you had the chance to live here in the depths. What do you want to do? Do you have a dream? A dream? That's a little sudden. I lived as a priest for so many centuries that I just want to die now. St. Yune, don't worry, I'm more positive now. This key will let me make myself human again. St. Yune cradled the clock key in his hands and continued. I think I want to open a toy shop. A toy shop? Yes, I'm relatively skilled with my hands and I like tinkering with machines. My adoptive father made toys for me when I was small. I liked those. I want to make toys for other children, I think. I see. A toy shop. It's fucking adorable, actually. You're like, aww. You're against that? A starting one is most likely not that easy, considering the resources involved. But I can give you a loan. I thrive in the face of adversity. Leave it to the Valentine Bank. We will make you grow into a huge company if you wish. And that's all right. I'm tired of leading other people. I want to live a quiet life. Dreams, huh? I didn't think I'd ever look at the future with hope like that again. St. Yune smiled softly and yawned. You must be tired. I will leave you alone now to rest a little. Look, this is my hideout, actually. You heard him. He wants you to get as much rest as you need. I didn't say that! I smiled at their exchange and looked down at St. Yune. Not exchange, Jesus. I'll excuse myself. We'll talk again No, wait. St. Yune thought about what to say for a moment. He was holding me back by my clothes. I want to touch you. I think I want to touch you. St. Yune. And Elcreed's like, oh! Not like that, you pervert! Of course, I was thinking the same thing. That's probably why I like Elcreed, because, like, he's like, I want to touch you, and Elcreed would be like, oh my, wow, kinky. And I'm like, oh, hi, there's people watching, Yune. And everybody else knows that's not what he means. But Elcreed and I are on the same perv level, so it's fine. Stay behind when they leave. I want to talk to you. I looked at Elcreed, seeking permission. He smiled and started pushing Ulrich towards the door. What? What's going on? You really don't know what's going on, huh? What? Shut up! I understand things way better than you do. Way better! They left the room, still bickering. Silence reigned once the door closed, showing me just how loud those two had been. I wonder if they've always been like that. They almost look like siblings to me. How was it for you? Did you and Arsenclimb talk to each other that way? No, we were way more adult. Our pranks were pretty great, though. Pranks? We both like making things. We had a lot of curiosity. St. Yune shifted himself a little and gestured for me to sit down. I sat down and said I was glad he had survived. As for me, Lord Fitzgerald tricked me and injured me. Afterwards, I was sent to the Sanctuary District. Fitzgerald? Warner's son? Yes, it seems that he was the one who killed my parents. I was careless. The son did it. Maybe that's why Warner wanted to press charges against me. St. Yune? Oh, it's all right. All that is past. Maybe it's not all right. And now you can't prove your innocence. I'm sorry. It's my fault you're still a criminal. Please don't worry about it. My family is already gone. You're the only person I have left. Elcreed and Ulrich are outside like, hello? As long as you're alive, I can be happy. Like, she's like the insta-love thing. Like, I'm bits and pieces here, though. I think I told you before, but I can't make miracles happen. The stone keeps me alive. Otherwise, I'm just a human. For immortality, I traded love and the ability to touch others. But it's not the same anymore. Trust me and sit still, please. St. Yune smiled and put his hand on my cheek. You did this for me once, right? And now I can touch you as well. I can touch, be hurt, grow old, and I can love. I'm a human now. A human? Yes. What I'm doing is unfair to Sakihe, the stone that saved my life. But I need to be human. It's also a magical talking rock, so and it's a little clingy. Just saying. I need to end my life as any human does. With you, Spacey. St. Yune, should you really be calling me that even now? I'm not a saint or a priest anymore. You're not? No. We're just a couple now. Don't be so distant. Why are you so shocked? Did we annul that or something? No, she's just like, no, I just thought we were just pretending until you died, but now I'm stuck in this forever. Shit. No, but I thought it was just a ploy to cause your death. See? Even though I get well, I actually like you, but you're only interested in me helping you cause your death, and so I get the little, you actually fell for me? Oh, good, because I fell for you. But it's a really weird, forced, fake feeling romance. I don't know. Everything else about his route, is good. You know what I mean? The backstory and, all the stuff that he's going through, it's, is good. But the romance is just feels dead. It doesn't feel real. I don't know. It has moments where you're like, oh, that's pretty. If I believed the romance, this would be beautiful. Or, in those moments, I'll be like, okay, let's just, yeah, okay. But deep down, I don't feel the romance here. I don't know. Originally, sure. But I honestly love you. And I want you to love me. And I want to love you even more. We won't be a saint and his attendant anymore, but I want to spend even more time with you than I did. Why? You're a weird one. Because I love you. If you need a reason, I can give you countless ones. So many that you'll be sick of listening to me. Come on, stay at my side. All right? Ha! Excellent! My heart is beating so fast, I think I might die. I'm serious. St. Eunuch groaned and began to undo the buttons on his shirt. Yeah, and this is I might die. I might die if we don't have sex right now. You're full of shit. What's the matter? The machine in my chest won't shut up. Zakiya still has enough power to keep it running. I need to stop it. Oh. St. Eunuch's skin was heavily scarred. Thinking about the abuse he must have endured hurt me, and I wanted to look away. St. Eunuch checked the keyhole on his chest and tried to use his clock key. But, this is odd. Perhaps he was tired or nervous, but his hand shook so badly he couldn't insert the clock key. I'll help you. I took the key from his hand and put it in front of the keyhole, like a puppet. His body heaved as he breathed. He seemed so human. Are you ready, St. Eunuch? Yes. I try putting it in and pushing it into either direction, and make one full turn in whichever direction works. All right? I gulped and slowly pushed it in. The keyhole was small and the key fit snugly. Are you okay? Yes. Feeling something foreign inside me tickles. It's gone in all the way. Turn it now. I nodded and turned it to the right. That has to be weird. Like, I put a key in my chest. And when he says, like, he can feel it, you're like, you should be able to feel it in a machine. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. It feels so weird. I nodded and turned it to the right. I felt resistance. Guessing it must have been the wrong direction. I turned left. It turned smoothly and with no resistance. After one full turn, I heard a click. St. Eunuch? Yep, that's all. I can't hear the machine anymore. Stupid thing. St. Eunuch buttoned up his shirt and looked at me. Hey, do I look different now, compared to earlier? Well, I thought about it before I shook my head. You look the same. It hasn't been long. Probably takes more time for changes to appear. Well, I guess that's true. St. Eunuch seemed a little unhappy, but threw the key into the air. He caught it with one hand. We put the machine into my body because I was sickly, and now that the machine has been shut down, my body won't last forever. It might be a long time for now, perhaps 10 years, might be a year, or I might keel over tomorrow. I'm quite sure that I'll die long before you. Are you sure you want to spend time with me? Yes, I don't mind. Besides, if you only last a couple of days, that's fine. I can go love Elcrete afterward. I got a backup plan. I'm terrible, sorry. I want you to live as long as possible, of course. But happiness isn't something that's tied to some length of time. As long as we don't waste our time together and try to be happy, we'll be able to smile when we have to say goodbye. What do you think, St. Eunuch? Are you afraid of death? Of course not. Right now, all I feel is hope and expectation. Come here, Spacey. St. Eunuch! I just told you earlier, leave off the saint. Come on now, say it. St. Eunuch. How does that happen? You need to be taught a lesson. It's hard to breathe. I'm not going to let you go. I wanted to hug you for so long. Doesn't this feel like something couples do? Finally, I can touch you as much as I want. I don't have to be afraid that it will hurt you. I'm so happy. Things that don't end are boring. Not knowing what the future may hold is what makes it interesting. I want to share all that fun with you as we support each other. Please stay with me until the very end. I love you, Spacey. So there we go. So like, it's not, I feel like, okay, so the romance perspective, like for our perspective, is just like forced fake, and it still doesn't feel real, and it's not like, oh, it's so beautiful. For him, like Yune himself, it's like, I'm kind of happy for him that he got the things that he wanted. You know what I mean? Like, he gets to be human, he's gonna live his life, like, things worked out, and it's lovely. You know? And it's like, it's kind of heartbreaking some of the things that have happened to him and gone through. So, but I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a weird. Okay, here's the problem. We already got all of our CGs because, you know, usually when you get the bad endings, there's a CG. We're going to see them all now because, unfortunately, I don't know which ones came with other endings, and I've already unlocked them all, so. But, like, his story is kind of, like, bittersweet and sad. It's, like, sad. It's like, oh, he's left all, and he's all been lonely and everything, and so it's like, his happy ending is more like I'm happy that he gets to be human and now he'll eventually just die. But he didn't die, and we can just pretend they live happily ever after. But the romance part is like, this was more like, oh, we're playing and we're witnessing the character, and okay, great. But I don't feel like as a love interest that, like, the romance was there. Like, it's supposed to be, but I just don't feel it, and I don't feel, oh, it's so cute and sweet, and, like, even though he's not a character I love what happened. It's like, you know? So, oh wait, don't look at that one. That's one of the bad ending ones. But I don't know. So, it's not I like his story. I don't particularly think it was. Oh, that's also a bad ending one. Dude. But, I like, this one's adorable. Like, I don't know, I don't remember this one, but maybe it's not, like, well, here you go. Hide this. So there we go. She's all shocked. What? Now, I actually don't know which one I want to, which one do we end it on? You know? There's like, he does have a lot of good, like, some of his CG, you're like, they're all kind of good, you know? Here we go. We can leave this one because he's like, he looks precious. He's not a bad character. I like his story and everything like that, but, like, as a love interest, you know? But it's funny having to come back and replay this after already having done it, because now this is something that we don't ever do. You know, you play the game and you're like, no, I really loved it and everything was great. But then, like, a month later, you're like, yeah, you know, like, so now you get my thoughts a month later. I don't know what I originally thought as we were going through, but now playing it again, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't think I was feeling it even then. Like, oh my god, I love his route. It's so great and wonderful. I feel that way about Elcreed's route a month later. I'm just like, I love you, Elcreed. Ah! And I love Ulrich. And I love the two of them together. I keep forgetting that Adage existed because he's never around. But I don't think his route was bad. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, I don't, you know, but it's just, he's not very memorable. And I think the problem is because he's never around. You know what I mean? Like, and Inez isn't very memorable either. I think I liked Adage over Inez as like in the love interest that basically you forget existed. I forgot Adage existed only because he's never in any other ones to, like, oh yeah, he was a character. Like, he's barely there in any other route but his own. And at least Inez is always kind of poking around. Elcreed's in fucking everybody's route. Like, he can't keep it to himself, but we already know that. He's a whore. Can't keep anything to himself. So, you know. And then, like, Yune's kind of always there, too, because he's just, you know, the god of the world, basically. Like, so, yeah, like, Adage is the one that they kind of just, like, forgot existed in every other route. So, you kind of forget he exists, but I think I liked his route better than Inez's route, but just as a character art-wise, I prefer Adage over Inez anyway, but Inez's route wasn't bad. None of the routes are bad, it's just Adage and Inez are kind of like, what? Who? Oh, right, those guys. Can't really remember. I'm sure I enjoyed the route as we were going through. And Yune's route, I enjoy it for the story and for, like, his backstory and like all of that and like the crafting of the story and the writing of it, you know? Like, yes, I like his story, his backstory, you feel for him and like everything, but you could have just taken all the romance stuff out, like the 4 lines of romance that there were, and thrown it out, and it wouldn't have been any different, because I feel like nothing about that. You know? Because there isn't anything. It's like, literally in the last half an hour of the game, okay, well that was basically this, but, you know, a half hour before you get to the end, it's like, oh, now we're going to be in love. Oh, okay, sure, I love you. Oh, now we're thrown into the depths, and then here you go, and then we have this. This epilogue part, him finding the key and doing all that, this is longer than the entire romance in this. Like, it's just not there, and I just don't understand how you go, oh my god, he's the best character. He's a great character, but it's kind of like when you watch a TV show or an anime and you're like, he's not the main character. It's a great side character. I love this side character. It's great. But they're like, but you know what I mean? Like, he's not a romance character. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they forced it in. They were like, we have this really great backstory for Yune, and he's a really great character. Shit! We're doing an Otome game. We gotta, okay, well, we'll just, I don't know. I don't feel it. It feels lackluster, and, but not to say that I don't like his route. Because I like his story. But it's more like I'm playing a visual novel game that has no romance involved, because the romance there is just, even at the end, he's like in love with you, and you're like, oh, okay, this is weird. I can't even call you Yune. You can't even call him by his name, and you're just like, weird. You know? I don't know. So I just don't feel the romance, and I kind of feel like that's bullshit, and I can't appreciate that. But I appreciate Yune and his backstory, and like the way they wrote it, because that does make you feel stuff, but, you know. But I don't get the like, oh, it's kind of a sweet romance, even if he's not my type. It's the, there is no romance. He's got a nice backstory, and it's well written. Like, you know, like, oh, they put a lot of thought into it. You forgot you were writing an Otome game, though. That's my thoughts on it. But he has a million frickin' bad endings. But I think they went pretty fast, so I think we finished them. I think we can finish all of them in 2 parts, like everybody else gets 2 parts for bad endings. Which is funny, because he's got 6 of them, but they go pretty fast. Plus, they might go faster, because we might accidentally skip them all, because I've played everything, so I'm going to have to be very careful about stopping and whatever. So we'll figure that out in the next part. We'll start doing his bad endings, and see where we get, and then, you know, so we should have a couple, like at least 2 more parts for Yune, just for his bad endings, and then 2 to 3 parts for the grand ending. It took me 3 hours. Well, it was 3 parts to do the grand ending, so I don't know if it was like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes. You know what I mean? But it's 3 parts. So maybe 5 parts left. Just because even though the parts are a little bit different, we're still getting the same amount, because I still ramble the same amount, just about different things. So yeah, so. But good, we're almost halfway through redoing everything. So, but yeah, we'll do the bad endings, and then we'll do the grand ending route, and then you'll finally have your videos. So I'm sorry that we had to wait a little while to get them up, but now that I've gotten a few of these done, so I just basically finished all of his stuff. Now that I've got all these recorded, I'll be able to process them and start uploading them. So by the time you get to here, the rest of it should hopefully be recorded, but, you know, I'm trying to do what I can for you to get these up. So these will probably be the only thing. I'm going to try to get them up. Like I said, I haven't uploaded any of them yet, but I'm going to process them, upload them, and hopefully get them up sometime in August, and just kind of put them up as I get them. So these might go up back to back instead of doing every other day, just because I'm not going to try to put anything else up this month after losing the hard drive. So we'll just pop them all in whenever I start uploading them. And then if you notice a gap for some reason, like after, say, this post, if there's nothing tomorrow, it's because I haven't recorded the other stuff or gotten it up. So it's going to be weird for this ending stuff. I think you're kind of already prepared for that, because it's been probably a week since the last part went up. Who knows when I'm going to when I'm going to get these processed, uploaded, and prepared. But hopefully they'll get up and done so that, September will start back to normal, or new normal, and, with other games. But anyway, I'm just giving you that kind of an update because I'm not sure what's going to happen, and you by now know what's happening more than I do because current me doesn't know, but future you will know. It's freaking weird. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.